Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Choose to Change Mentoring Program. It says, welcome to the Choose to Change Mentoring Program, where you will always be inspired, challenged, and equipped for change and success and fulfillment in life. Who wants fulfillment in life? You're in the right place and you're in the right channel. My name is Rudy, and I'm a proud member of the Choose to Change Mentoring Program. The Choose to Change Mentoring Program is a self-supporting program sponsored by the Choose to Change Foundation organization, a 501c3 Christian-based nonprofit organization. So we are on a mission to inspire, challenge, and equip men to become more effective fathers and leaders in our community. That's what we need, right? Because most of the men are locked up, and the other half are lost. We're trying to gather them up. So if you are ready to change your life, then you're in the right place and in the right channel. Through this program, you will learn exactly where to start, strategy to keep going, and support system to help you reach your goals. Because, man, who knows? We all need help for our goals, right? In order to finish them so you're in the right place. Choose to Change Mentoring Program believes in two key principles of life. We believe in the life-changing power of God through faith in Jesus Christ. Success or failure is your personal responsibility. We believe that God has already done his part and that it is our responsibility to learn to do ours. So if you are ready, say, I am ready. Thank you guys tonight, and I welcome you very much. I know it's Thursday, middle of the week, tired, all week working and whatever we do throughout the week. But, welcome, guys. And tonight we got something powerful as Orlando is going to give us a good teaching tonight. So let's give him a hand as he gets the pulpit, guys. All right.
Testing. I guess. Me oyen and all. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for coming here. I have a lot of things to share, so I'm glad that you're here, especially if you're new. I always prepare for new people, always, and it seems like it always works out well. So I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. So. And those of you watching online, thank you for being here today. And my name is Orlando. I am the CEO and founder of the Choose to Change Foundation. Our mission is to inspire, challenge, and equip men to become or who are interested in changing their lives. That's what we do here. Especially if you're ex-con, or you're in recovery, or you're just seeking direction for your life. We host this mentoring class every single Thursday at 7 p.m., every Thursday, where I teach everything I've learned in the last 24 years about what it really takes to change your life. If you like what you hear today, and I would like would like to learn more about what we do at the Choose to Change Foundation, then, especially those watching online, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is the Choose to Change YouTube channel. And you can join our Facebook group. We also have a free private Facebook group called Believing in the Impossible, where you can find it also on Facebook. And join us here every single Thursday at 7 p.m., where you will always, again, be inspired, challenged, and equipped for life change, success, and fulfillment. Yeah? You think anybody wants any of that? Well, let's do it. So today I wanted to share some things with you guys. We go through so many things in life. All day today you were doing something. You were working. You were being lazy. You were, whatever it is you were doing. Right? And then you take this 1 hour. This 1 hour can literally change your life forever. I promise you. Because the idea of Choose to Change is to give you direction for life, especially ex-cons and people in recovery. And today what I want to talk to you about is, the name of our meeting today is, Where Are You Now? Where are you going? How will you get there? And why? Have you ever thought about that? Where are you now? Where are you going? How will you get there? And why? I was asked these questions when I was in prison. And I was like some of you thinking like, what in the world? What does that have to do with anything? Well, ask yourself, where are you now in life? Do you like where you are now in life? Do you want to stay where you are now in life? Is it okay where you are now in life? I do a lot of speaking in prison. By the way, I just went back into the prison on Monday. And we're doing people, and what I'm going to share with you today is I'm going to ask you what you think and what your opinion of this resource, this booklet that I'm putting together for people in prison. But it's going to be for everybody. But man, I'm telling you, they were so excited to hear what I had to share. When I asked them, where are you now? Are you okay with where you're at? And of course, most people aren't. Most people want something better. Most people want more in life. And it doesn't have to be an ex-con or a drug addict or a person in recovery. It could be a young person. Everybody wants more in life. This is what this class today is about. Help you get started. You know, there's 3 key areas to consider when you're thinking about your future. Your life-change journey. There's 3 key areas in life that you need to consider. In other words, how is your physical life? Are you okay with your physical life? Number 1. Number 2, are you okay with your financial life? In other words, you say, I have enough money. I don't need financial. Anybody like that? Everybody have enough money? No, we all need help. And then another thing you need to consider is your spiritual. Because your life is more spiritual than you know. Did you know that? Let me prove it to you. What do you do when you lay down at night? Where are you when you lay down at night? Maybe I'd ask you now, where are you now? You're somewhere up there. That's spiritual. You see how powerful that is? We are more spiritual than you think. And that's why we need God. So those are the things that you have to consider. Am I okay physically? Am I okay financially? Am I okay spiritually? And out of those 4 questions, or those 3 things in life, they're just basic stuff. You have to ask yourself, where are you now, physically? Where are you going? How will you get there, and why? Financially, where are you now? Do you have enough money? Do you need a job? How much money do you need? Are you in debt? You see? I'm getting you to thinking, right? Financially, where are you now? Where are you going? How will you get there? It's called goals, thinking about their future. Spiritually, what kind of mind battles do you have? Are you okay with your mental status? Spiritually, mentally, where are you now? Where are you going? And how will you get there? So I want to talk to you about what I call, you're here, if you're here for the first time, the perfect time to be here. Because here's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the process of change, the 90-day quick start formula for life change. A 90-day quick start formula for life change. So I'm going to read you something because I'm putting together a book. Those of you watching, I want you to listen to this. And I want you to pretend like you're reading this. Imagine that you have no direction in life. You're wondering what to do with your life. You want something better for your life. And you're reading this. I want you to think about that. I want your opinion on what would this help you. All right? Did y'all get that? I'm putting together a resource, a little booklet. It's going to come out here in the next 90 days. And it's going to be designed to help you get started today. And keep going. And how to change your life. How to make things better. Maybe you're starting a new career. Maybe you're starting school. Maybe you're just starting in a new relationship. Whatever it may be, you just want to get started. How do you move from where you are to where you're going? Quickly. I'm going to call this the 90-day quick start formula for life change. I like that. So, introduction. Welcome to your new beginning, to your brand new life. If you are ready to finally change your life, become a new creation, start building a brand new future for yourself and your family, this book is for you. And it doesn't matter where you're at this moment. Maybe you're in prison. Maybe you're in rehab. Maybe you just got out of prison or rehab or the court, right? Or maybe, listen to this one, you are one of those millions of fatherless men in our society today, and you are simply looking for direction for your life. I promise you that this little booklet that you have in your hands right now is exactly what you've been looking for. This is what I call the 90-day quick start formula for life change. In this booklet, you're going to find 4 key questions, or I'm going to answer 4 key questions. Where do I start? What needs to change? Why do I need to change it? And how will I change it? These are the questions that this booklet is going to answer. Let me repeat that. If you're ready to change your life, this booklet is going to answer 4 questions. Where do you start? What needs to change? Why should I change it? And how will I change it? In this booklet, step 1 and 2 will tell you exactly where to start your life change journey. The reason that's important is because I remember when I was ready to change my life, I was in prison. I spent 13 years in prison. And I wanted to change my life. I didn't know where to start. I had no idea. That's why that's important to me. And I found out that's important to a lot of people. The second thing was, the step 3 is going to explain to you exactly what needs to change. Because I asked myself, well, where do I start? And the next question was, what do I change? Right? I knew I had to stop drinking and using drugs. I knew that much. Right? But I said, but there's got to be more. And I promise you, there's more. The step 4, 5, and 6, and 7 is going to answer the why. Why you need to change certain things in your life. And then the 90-day challenge will get you started on the how of this whole process. 4 or 5 people signed up on the 90-day challenge the last time you signed it, Leon. Only 2 have kept it up. You and Juan. So you all ready? Let's get started. So if you're finally ready to change your life, then get ready, listen closely, to take massive action. Get that word in your mind. Massive action. You're going to have to stop thinking about it. You're going to have to stop dreaming about it. You're going to have to stop hoping for it. You're going to have to stop wishing for it. You're going to have to take, say it, massive action. That's powerful, right? In other words, there's something we need to do, Chavarria. This book is all about taking action. Remember, we're in this place to go somewhere, right? To change our life, to make our life better, to make a better future for our families, our kids, right? And we're going to... This book is exactly all about taking action. It will give you a step-by-step, systematic process for life change. Wow. And I'm going to get started, and I'm going to get you started on it immediately. If you will simply do the work, your life will not only change, but it will have started you on a life-changing transformation journey that will take you to places you never thought possible. Guaranteed. So, man, this little book is making a lot of promises. So let's take a look at this 90-day challenge quick start program. Before we even get started on the steps, let's get started on the 90-day challenge. This 90-day challenge is designed to get you started on your life-changing journey today. Right? I remember the first time I went to a program, and they wanted me to start today. I said, today? They said, well, don't you want to change your life? I said, yeah. Well, then today we start. I was like, wait a minute. What, don't you want a better life? Didn't you want to stop using drugs? I said, yeah. Well, today's the day. Didn't you say you wanted to have a better marriage? Didn't you say you wanted to have a better life? Yeah. Okay, then today. Massive action. That's how you change your life. This is where everyone starts. But the number one problem that everyone faces is staying on the right track. And this is what this book is designed to do, to get you started and to keep you on the track. Now, don't let the simplicity of this challenge fool you. By the end of these 90 days, or even before, you will start understanding what these 90 days are all about and how very important they are to you finally turning your life around. But for now, you're just going to have to trust me on this and just get started on the challenge today. That's if, it's in here, that's if you want to change your life. I almost named this, but you want to change your life. Because if you're serious about changing your life, then you can just, if you're not serious, that is, about changing your life, then we don't even have to read the rest of this book. Right, Luan? We don't need it. You can throw it away. If you're not serious, right? Or maybe you can just pass it on to somebody that's ready to change your life. That's an important word, ready. Right? Are you ready to change your life? Because part of the process that I teach in here is desire, which I'm going to get to here in a minute. And not very many people get there to where they're ready to change their life, right? That's why we step back and we don't come, or we don't, because we're not ready to change our life. And that's okay if you're not ready. If you're sitting here today and in your heart and in your mind, you're ready to change your life. I mean, you're ready to say, just tell me more, tell me what to do, I'll do it. If you have that kind of attitude and that mindset right now, man, you better be grateful. You better thank God for that. I know what I'm telling you. You better thank God for that. You know why? Anybody want to guess why? Because not very many people get there. Some people wind up ruining the rest of their lives, going back to prison, 2 or 3 more DWIs. A guy told me the other day, man, I got to stop. I don't want to go back to prison. I don't want to go back to prison again. And I said, well, you don't have to go back to prison. I said, man, but drinking. He said, I mean, I don't have that big of a problem, but I know I need to stop. Brother, I said, what do you mean you don't have that big of a problem? He said, I said, how many times have you been to prison? 5 times. For what, brother? DWI. He said, but he don't have that big of a problem. See, well, we won't get into all that. But you need to be ready to change your life. And that's hard to come by. That's not easy. Right, brother? It's not easy. And then when you try, things go all messed up, right? They lock you up again. That's what happened to this guy. Locked him up again. Trying to change his life. Same thing over here. Trying to change his life. That's why massive action is so important. So in this little booklet, the first thing I did is I put in this 90-day challenge. I brought a 90-day challenge. A 90-day challenge so that anybody can take it. There's something about a 90-day challenge. I promise you, this right here, here's what I tell people. Come into these rooms. Give me 90 days. Just give me 90 days. Imagínate, 90 firmas. Te hice el parole officer. What in the world? Hey, I ain't messing around. I'm taking massive action. And if you do this 90 days, I promise you, your life is going to start changing. And not only changing, it'll take you to levels you never thought possible. I know I'm making a lot of promises here, but I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. By the way, I just ordered a shirt that says, I'm going to the top. I'm serious. We just ordered it. Today, was it today? Or yesterday? New design. Choose a change. Going to the top. So guys, this is what this program is all about. Getting you started and keeping you started. I had just told Leon here that there were 4 or 5 people signed up for the 90-day challenge, and only 2 people stayed up. You and Leon. It's not an easy task. If you're looking for easy, you might as well quit now. But can you handle the truth? So, if you get started on the 90-day challenge, what is the 90-day challenge designed to do? It's designed to keep you on track. Get you going. Because here's what happens, guys. I didn't understand this. This is why I love teaching what I teach. Because when I first heard all this stuff, right? 90 meetings in 90 days. Do something for 90 days. How do you change a habit? 21 days. And all these, it takes a consistent action, right? And I didn't understand all that. That's why I tell you, you're just going to have to trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you stuff that it took me over 24 years to figure out. 13 years of prison. 10 years of drug addiction. I know what I'm talking about. So if you want to change your life, the first thing is desire. It's right here. So let me read this for you. First step. That's what it said, the first step. Bam. Check this out. Desire. But do you want to change your life? This is the question I ask everybody after they tell me their story. And trust me when I tell you, I have heard some of the most twisted and seemingly impossible situations. I have heard some of the most twisted and seemingly impossible situations, but the reality is that it doesn't matter where you've been, what you've done. It doesn't matter. Or how impossible the situation may be. It doesn't matter. What matters is, do you want to change your life? Because if the answer to that question is yes, we can help you. It's that simple. You're ready to take action. Desire is the first step to life change. Remember those listening to me online and those that just got here, I'm reading a book that I'm putting together. You must want something different in your life. You must want something better in your life. You must, and I'm using that word purposely, must want to change your life. So what does this mean? And I had to put that in there. What do you mean must? Because that's what I said. What do you mean must? Must, like must. But in case you don't understand what that means, let me help you. I go into more detail when I doing this training, but for now, just I'm going to give you the short version of what this means. Y'all ready for this? What does must mean? Here you go. You must want to change your life, just like you would want air to breathe if you were drowning. That's must. What do you want if you can't breathe? What do you want? Air. How bad do you want it? That's must. Y'all got that? That's must. One of my favorite motivational speakers, Eric Thomas, he said, when you want success more than you want to breathe, then you'll have success. Calmate, Eric. In other words, there must be a sense of desperation in your attitude. You can't just hope and wish things will get better. You must get better. And the only way for you to get better is to develop new disciplines, let go of a few habits, and learn a few new skills. That's a mouthful. Let me repeat it. The only way you can get better is to develop new disciplines, like coming to church, coming to choose to change. Let go of a few habits, like maybe stop eating so much, stop smoking, stop using drugs, just get rid of a few bad friends, right? And then just start learning a few new skills, like what you're doing now. In other words, you must take action steps. And this is what this book is all about. The exact action steps necessary to make those changes in your life. As simple as this may sound, the reality is that so many people say they want to change. But the reason why they don't, but why don't they? What has stopped you in the past? What is stopping you now? There's 3 core reasons. Let me give them to you real quick. Number 1, they really don't want to change. Simple as that, right? That's a simple one. They really don't want to change. They get some air inside of them. Number 2, they don't know how and don't know where to start. They don't know how to get there. They don't know how to change and don't know how to start. And number 3, and this was a big one for me, They simply don't believe they can change. There was a point in my life where I just didn't believe I could change. Loser drug addict, loser father, loser husband, 13 years in prison. I didn't believe I could change. And that's why I know that there's a lot of people that simply don't believe they can change. That's why Jesus said, if you believe. The simplicity of if you believe. So, the very first step towards your better future is desire. You got to want it. Make up your mind today that you really want life change. If this is you, then you're ready to take the next step. But before moving on to the second step, it's time, check this out, I put it in big letters, time to take massive action. In case you didn't see it. So what's the action steps we need to take based on what I just said? 90-day challenge. And pray. Pray for willingness, because it's not easy. It's not easy. You know, I'm being pretty nice. You think so? I'm being nice about what I'm saying, right? When I'm in the prison, man, I'm hard. See, the thing is, for most of us, if you're like me, we don't have no more time to waste. There is no more time. Something has to change now. Today. I heard someone tell me, man, if I don't change today, I'm going to die. I remember that feeling. Oh, man, I remember that feeling. If I don't change today, I'm going to die. And some people rather die than change. I'm telling you, it's more spiritual than you think. That's why we need God. Because I know the feeling of wanting to give up. So you all got that? 90-day challenge. That's the massive action you got to take. Let me tell you what step 2 is. You all ready for step 2? Let's say you say, you know what, I'm ready. Let's do this. Well, let me tell you what you're going to need next. You're going to need some faith. Faith is about vision. Faith is about hopes and dreams. That's what faith is about. This is where I started, in prison. 24 years ago. In prison. All I had was faith. All I had was hopes and vision and dreams. That's all I had. Wasn't even sure it was possible for a loser like me to change his life. You know, most of you know my story. Let me tell you what faith is. Faith is the pivoting point. Here's what pivoting means. When you pivot. That's what pivoting means. And these boots. Pivot. Going from here to here. Pivot. No faith, having faith. Faith is the pivoting point from where you are now to where you want to be. You're going to have to hang on to your faith with desperation. This is where believing in the impossible comes in. You're going to have at least 3 kinds of faith. Before I go on with the 3 kinds of faith, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt desperate? Desperate? Like, man, I want to change. I want to stop using drugs. I want to stop killing myself. I want to stop. I remember what that feels like. I don't want to feel like that no more. Desperation. En español se dice tirando patadas de ahogado, ¿o cómo? De ahogado or something like that. Tirando patadas de ahogado. 3 kinds of faith you're going to need. Number 1, faith in God. Faith in God. Faith in Jesus Christ. You're going to need that. Committing your life to Jesus Christ is the very next thing you need to do. If you haven't done this yet, I suggest you do it now. Ask Christ to come into your life, forgive you of your sin, to come into your heart. You're just going to have to trust me on this one again. So many people try to change their lives without Jesus Christ, and it usually doesn't work well for them. It's kind of like going on a long journey, and when you finally get there, this is what happens to a lot of people in life, you realize that you're not where you thought you would be. You thought the education was going to make you happy. You thought the money was going to make you happy. You thought the girl was going to make you happy. They reached to the end of their life journey full of regret and unfulfilled. Why? Because the true peace and joy and fulfillment only comes through faith in Jesus Christ. There is so much more I can tell you about this. But again, you're just going to have to trust me on that one. You need faith. Faith in Jesus Christ. 3 kinds of faith. Second kind, faith. You're going to need faith in yourself. Now, this was another huge one for me. Faith in myself? To do the right thing? Believing in yourself will be one of your biggest struggles as you move through your life change journey. If you were like me, you've made a lot of mistakes, hurt a lot of people, burned a lot of bridges. Believing in yourself is something that will not come easy for you. But this is something that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to ask God for strength and willingness to believe. You're going to have to believe in the impossible for your life. On the other hand, you might have too much faith in yourself, and that's called pride. So faith in God, faith in yourself. Third, faith. You're going to have faith in the process. Faith in coming to church. Faith that what I'm telling you is true. That just coming. This is why they ask you to do signatures. Because they're hoping that something will catch. You'll hear something that will help you. You'll hear a new idea, a new thought, a new reality. That's why they do that. Everything about life is a process. It's a journey. Since the beginning of time, God created the heavens and the earth. He created Adam and Eve and instructed them to be fruitful and multiply. Right? A process. Then, the people of God were enslaved for 400 years. The history of the Bible. The Bible says that God heard their cry, saved them through some series of amazing miracles, and the history of mankind continued. Then, through the process of time, God used men throughout the years, from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob, to the birth, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, and today we're still waiting on the coming of Christ. It's a process. It's all a process. Just like children when they're born. It's a process. When you go to prison, it's a process. When you get out of prison, it's a process. When you get on probation, it's a process, right? When you get married, it's a mess. It's a process. I had to make you laugh, man. Y'all look so serious. It's a process. So, let's start putting some faith into action. One of the first things you're going to need to start doing is deciding what and where you want to go in life. The first thing you're going to have to start thinking about is what and where you want to go in life. And the way to do this is through the process of goal setting. Eh? We're going to do this. I'm going to do this in 3 parts, by the way. This is the first part because it's too long. Goal setting has to do with your vision, with your hopes, with your dreams in life. And if you are ready to, if you're reading this book, then you obviously want something better for your life. And what this whole process of goal setting will do for you is give you hope for the future. Maybe you've never done this before. Maybe you're wondering if this will work for you, or what's the goal setting stuff all about. Who's never heard of goal setting? You've never heard of goal setting? Anybody? We all have heard of goal setting? Cool. Maybe you've never done this before, and you're wondering if this stuff will really work. Again, I'm going to ask you to trust me. I spent literally over 20 years learning what it takes to change your life and have success. Still learning. I promise you, goal setting is one of the key ingredients in life change that cannot be overlooked or ignored. Goal setting is literally the difference between success and failure. Staying out of prison or going back to prison. Changing your life or not changing your life. You have to set some goals for yourself. So, let me stop right there. Anybody have any questions? Ya dije todo. I started by sharing that I'm writing this book. It's going to be a book. Everything I'm reading is in this book. And the idea is to get people started quickly. If someone new comes in, we'll give them a book. Here, you want to change your life? Boom. And they keep coming. But I want to close before we move any further. I just went through the first really step. I think it's the first step, yeah. Was it? But oh no, first 2 steps. You have to want it, and you're going to need faith. Part of the action required in the faith section of this is that you have to decide what you want to do, where you want to go. So, I have something for you. When I first heard about goal setting, I didn't understand it. And I think I put together something for you that's really going to help you. I even have some examples for you. This is a little goal setting exercise for all of us here. I didn't bring enough, but but Chauri, you want to help me? Give it to the adults and the new people. One for the couple. This goal setting exercise is designed to do this. Check this out. Answer, where are you going? Or no, where are you now? Where are you going? How will you get there? Wait a minute. I didn't bring enough. Ándale, ya se quedaron. So what I want to help you understand is, I don't know, maybe this might be too simple, I don't know. I don't think it is. But the question that you have to ask yourself is, what is goal setting? What do you mean goal setting? I want to answer that question before we leave today. This is a little goal setting exercise. And at the beginning of this class, I told you there's 3 areas that you want to consider when you're thinking about life change. You want to think about your physical life, you want to think about your financial life, and you want to think about your spiritual life. So let's look at this very first page. Let's talk about the physical life for a minute. Look at the first page, guys. Let's look at it. Remember, this is a goal-setting exercise. Let's set a goal for your physical state of mind or your physical body. Let's set a goal for that. Say your goal is, where are you now? Say, you know what, I'm overweight. I don't know why I used that one, but I did. But let's say that that's your goal. Remember, you can put anything you want there. You can say, I need to lower my blood pressure. I want to get fitter. I want to start, I just want to get healthier. Whatever it be. But this is very specific. You're overweight. That's where you're at now. It's a goal. I mean, remember, we're thinking about goal setting. And you have to ask 4 questions, or 3 questions, or 4. Where are you now? Overweight. Where are you going? In other words, where do you want to go? Well, you want to lose 10 pounds and 5 inches off your waist. It's a goal, remember? And here's how you do it. Where are you now? Where are you going? Here it is. I'm overweight and I want to lose 10 pounds. That's where I'm going. Okay. Yes, sir. The next question, remember, we're talking about goals. How will you get there? How am I going to lose the weight? No? What? Stop eating breads? That's what they told me to do. Walk 3 times a day? And drink. I mean, a week. It meant a week. I'm sorry, you're right. Man, I'm sorry, guys. It meant a week. Calmate. And drink more water. Remember, this is just an example, guys. It's just an example of goal setting and how to get started on a new life. And then the last question is why? I want to live longer. I went to the doctor, and I was a little bit on high blood pressure. I never thought that was going to happen to me. Oh, diabetes. Okay, diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes? What do you mean diabetes? I do push-ups. And I said, man. So then I had to make some changes. And listen, I'm not perfect at this. I'm just helping you understand how do you start a life change. It starts with goals. This is just one example of your physical. Want to lose weight? Then you say, okay, I'm overweight. Well, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to lose 10 pounds. How are you going to do it? I'm going to stop eating breads. I'm going to walk 3 times a week, and I'm going to drink more water. Why? I want to live longer. See how that works? Jump to the next page. Let's do another example. Let's talk about your financial. Everybody likes to talk about money, right? Right? Somebody told me once, I don't have a money problem. I don't have any. No problem. Same questions. Where are you now? And again, I don't know why I use these examples, but there were some of the most common that I've heard. Where are you now? I'm in debt. I owe tickets. And I owe child support. I knew it'll sound like somebody. So that's where you are now. See? Where are you now? Financially. There you are. What's the goal? Where do you want to go? Well, I want to pay off 2 credit cards. I want to pay off my tickets. And I want to do monthly payments for child support. Okay, that's where you want to go? Well, how are you going to do it? How are you going to get there? Here's the plan. Start saving 10%. No, start giving 10%. Some of you are saying, like, giving? What do you mean giving? I want to save. What do you mean give? I promise you, start giving 10%. And then start saving 5%. That's how you start. You can go try to figure it out on your own, but you're just going to have to trust me on this. Start giving 10% of what you make and start saving 5%. What is the savings for? To reach your goals. No, to get off debt, pay 2 credit cards, and pay a ticket. I'm saving already to buy a house. So my goals are different. I don't know where, this is just an example. So why would you want to do this? Last question. Create a better future for my family. And what else? To finally go on vacation without getting in debt. Let's do the third example. Spiritual. And here's the one that, I mean, all of these are important, but again, oh man, look, I had a third one. Another one. Here you go. Aquel Frank, he wants to change his life. The third one, the spiritual part of you. Where are you now spiritually? Where are you now? Many people have doubt and fear. Doubt and fear. You're worried about your future. You're scared. You have fear of losing your family, fear of losing your mind, fear of not making it. You have doubts about yourself. Yeah, this is spiritual. That's where you're at. Well, where do you want to go? Well, you want to have less doubt and less fear. And you want to be able to trust in God. That's a good goal to have, right? That's where you want to go. Okay. How are you going to get there? And here, guys, this is a good one. I'm glad I'm going to close with this. This is exactly right here is how you start today. How are you going to get a better spiritual life? How will you get there? Come to church 3 times a week. What? 3 times a week? When they asked me if I wanted to stay sober, I remember using drugs, smoking crack, and they asked me, do you want to stay sober? Right? I went to the program. If you go to one of these AA, NA programs, here's what they're going to say. Do you want to stay sober? And you're going to say, yes. And they're going to say, okay. You want me to help you? You're going to say, yes. And here's what they're going to tell you. Well then, here's what you're going to do. I want you to call me every day. I want you to read this every day. And then I want you to come to a meeting every day. Every day. They're going to tell you that. If you want to change your life. If you want to stay sober. That's what they're going to tell you. And that's what they told me. I said, every day? What do you mean every day? He said, yeah, every day. Like you wake up and then you come every day. I said, every day? Every day. And then he asked me the magic question. Did you use drugs every day? Did you drink every day? And then he said, so what's the problem? I thought you said you wanted to stay sober. He got me. He got me. So 3 times a week isn't that bad. Right? If you want to change your life. How do you get there? Come to church 3 times a week. Listen closely. 5 minutes. I know it seems like a long time, especially when you want to sleep another 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Remember, these are goals. This is how you get started. This is how you start changing your life. Take 5 minutes and just sit there and pray. Here's how you do it. I'm going to tell you how to pray. Listen, true story. I'm telling you, this is how you do it. You get up in the morning, you go outside a little bit and you just stand there and say, God, help me. Help me. Just help me, God. Just help me, God. I'm going crazy. Can't stop smoking. I can't stop drinking. Help me, God. If you're real, help me. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's how you do it. And why am I doing this? Because I didn't know how to pray. What do you mean pray? I thought you had to go and be there for 30 minutes. I thought you had to. I thought that. I really, really thought that. No. If you want to do that, that's up to you. But 5 minutes. Do it for 5 minutes. That's how you do it. And then you take another 5 minutes. But you can even put a watch. Es más, 3. There you go. Open your Bible. It won't burn you. Turn it in the middle of the page. The Bible. Open the Bible. You'll probably get to Psalm or Proverbs. And then just read one chapter. Just one. 5 minutes. So now I took 10 minutes of your precious day. Fourth thing, come to choose to change. Remember, we're talking about how to better your spiritual life, how to change your life, how to meet your goals. Fellowship more with brothers. Tomorrow, if you're here today, I'm inviting you to my house. You, all of you. Hijos, esos son muchos. Pero bueno, ni modo. I'm going to invite you to my house, and we're going to play spades. No, serious. I'm serious. I'm having a fellowship. And the idea is to build relationships. Learn from other brothers, from other friends, and stay sober. Right? Huh? 7 o'clock. Oh, I do. And what for? And then you're going to start building more godly relationships. Why in the world would you want to do this? I answered the question. It's there. To build your faith. Mark, has your faith been grown since you've been coming? Huh? Have you been coming like to church every time the doors open? Have you fellowship with other people? Has that helped you? There you go. Chavarria, how long you been coming here? 5 years? 4 years? 4 years. Chavarria, I love using his example. Chavarria spent how many times in prison? 4 or 5? 4? Ya te quiero poner otro año. 4 times in prison. He wasn't looking for God. He wasn't looking for change. He was just there. ¿Sí o no, Chavarria? All he knew was going to prison and selling drugs. That's all he knew. 5 years ago. Got out of prison. He heard me. We invited him to church. First day he came. He scared everybody. Serious. Look at him. He don't look as crazy now, but you should have saw him 5 years ago. You look at everybody crazy. Everybody like, who's that guy? True story, I'm not lying. Since day one. 4 years later, he's still here. So let me ask you a question, Javaria. Has coming to church helped you? Has it changed you? Has it built your faith? Has it made you a better man? Do you have hope for the future? That's how you change your life. Welcome to Choose the Change, where we believe in the life-changing power of God through faith in Jesus Christ. Do you have any questions before we close? I want to pass up around our donation bucket as we close. You know, we pick up a donation here every time we have our meeting. And if you're new, you don't have to give. It's it's okay. But we pass around this donation so you can want to help us. We do a lot. Everything in here we do free of charge. I go into the prison free of charge. You just heard the testimony of Chavarria when I just asked him what happened to him. And I can tell you of each and every person, those of you watching me online, you can give at the Choose the Change Foundation. Listen, I went to the prison on Monday, and I shared what I just shared with you. Man, these guys were glued, their eyes glued on me. Like they said, man, I want that. I want. And you hear that here. Just keep on coming. I promise you, you'll see a miracle. I promise you. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for watching us online. You know, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please let us know. If we helped you, if you want this resource of this exercise of goal setting, just message us and let us know and we'll send it to you. Other than that, that's all we have today. Thank you for coming. God bless you.